moon, nothing been the same since. Now let the limelight shine bright. We're in our prime at the time of our life. We own the night. Yeah. Hear us screaming loud. Can you see the fire in our eyes? Come on. We own the night. Walk among the giants in a den of lions. It's our time. That's right. We own the night. Whoa, whoa. We own the night. Whoa, whoa. We own the night. Looking to the fullest like who dodging bullets on racing, car chasing, amazing. We everywhere, doing everything.
Welcome, wrestling fans, back to the Nation Network for more Impact Wrestling. Tonight, we are going to determine the Tag Team Championship as the champions put the titles on the line tonight in what is going to be a battle we will all remember. Plus, Moose will be in action against Steve Macklin one-on-one, and a lot more. Stay with us for Impact Wrestling.
The darkness, you know who go the hardest. I roll out the red carpet, the 90s song and it belongs to us. Yeah. The time has come, now raise them up. When we hit the streets, it's a main event like we landed on the moon. Nothing been the same since. Now let the limelight shine bright. We're in our prime at the time of our life. We own the night. Yeah. Hear us screaming loud. Can you see the fire in our eyes? Come on. We own the night. Walk among the giants in a den of lions. It's our time. That's right. We own the night. Whoa, whoa. We own the night. Whoa, whoa. We own the night. Looking to the fullest like who dodging bullets on racing, car chasing, amazing. We everywhere, doing everything. Don't blink, you don't want to miss a thing. Let's go. Looking to the fullest like who dodging bullets on racing, car chasing, amazing. We everywhere. We own the night. Whoa, whoa. We own the night. Whoa, whoa. Yeah. Come on. We own the night. Yeah.
All right, wrestling fans, we are ready to kick things off here tonight with our opening contest, and it's going to be one that is going to set the bar here tonight, I gotta believe.
Contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 253 pounds, Eddie Edwards.
Well, Eddie Edwards making his way towards the ring and not finding any friends at ringside, I can say that much right now. Honor no more. Since coming here to Impact Wrestling, they've done nothing but try to tear down the foundation of Impact. They've come very close to being successful. However, the resolve of the roster that has made Honor no more feel like they are welcome no more. There's no doubt about it. The folks in that locker room that call Impact Wrestling home have stood up against Honor No More. And surprisingly enough, more recently, even the Bullet Club. Yeah, they weren't exactly the friendliest folks in the world here when it comes to being Impact Wrestling. Well, as we mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Edwards is going to have a tough task ahead of him tonight, and here is his opposition.
Weighing in at 244 pounds, the Witch, Lay J. White.
Take a look at Jay White. He is the leader of the Bullet Club. He is a man who believes in taking no prisoners, and since targeting Honor No More, The feud between these two factions has really grown over the recent weeks. Well, they've got one thing in common. They will stop at nothing to gain victory. And here tonight, it's going to be very interesting to see just how these two teams are represented by their respective leaders. It's gang warfare, no doubt about it. Once again, we welcome all of you joining us here live tonight on the Nation Network. This is Impact Wrestling. Later tonight, the tag team titles will be defended by the Briscoes. Talk about Honor No More. They're going to be having a couple of representatives going after those tag team titles later tonight. The OGK in the house. They've made a sworn statement that they're going to walk out of here tonight with those tag team titles. But to take them away from the Briscoes will be no easy task. No one's been able to do that for the past several months. Bell sounds, action's underway, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Wasting no time at all. Jay White to the ropes he goes, dropped down by Eddie Edwards now, tries to come up with a neck breaker, and he does, right in the middle of the ring. Edwards real happy with that opening moment there, but you got to do a lot more than that if you're going to put this one away. Eddie Edwards now has control over the arm. Early on, Jay White not doing so well. He's been spending a lot of time in Japan as of late. Suggesting there may be some jet lag. Oh, the flatliner, and that connects. I'm not saying that there's any excuses needed. One thing we know about Eddie Edwards is he can beat anyone on any given day, and again, that devastating forearm right to the back of the skull. They tie up momentarily, and now Edwards with the butterfly suplex takes them all the way over. No doubt Eddie Edwards is real happy with the way things are going right now, but the longer he sits there and cheers himself on, the more time he gives to Jay White to do things like that. And now Jay White going all the way up to the top rope, waiting for nothing. Drops that leg. Nobody home as he tries for a second. Butterfly suplex takes him over. Now Eddie Edwards in trouble. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg. Manages to get a 1 count. And now look at this. Jay White springboarding off that rope. And now Edwards with a clothesline takes his opponent down. Got caught up though in a small package. And Eddie Edwards once again able to kick out of that one. Jay White following him outside the ring. Not sure if that's a smart move or not. Generally it's not, because you're at a disadvantage on the way back in the ring. And right there we saw Eddie Edwards make some pay, not once but twice, with that float over DDT. And now Edwards fakes it. Oh, and he caught up with a DDT again. He faked the chop to the chest and then took advantage. There's that corkscrew neck breaker one more time. And now what's going on here? Somebody's coming down, and who's it gonna be? Oh, hold on, just look at this. Ace Austin with a steel chair. The referee never saw it. He heard it, but you gotta see it to call it. Jay White makes his way over and gets a 3 count. Oh, I am sure we haven't heard the end of this. Well, Honor No More got beat at their own game as far as I'm concerned. We take a look back, ladies and gentlemen. And here it is, that steel chair to the head. Referee turned around. The evidence was there, but he didn't see it happen. He could have used discretion, chose not to. Hey, like we said, Honor No More has made no friends here.
Here is your winner, the Witch, J. White.
There's going to be an asterisk on this one. And there may be very well what they call a receipt for this one as well. But for the moment, the Bullet Club, represented by Jay White, with a big victory here to kick things off on Impact. Stay with us, fans. Plenty more action still to come.
Now streaming on the Nation Network, PWI Review and Relive, where along with a panel of experts, we take a deep dive into random issues of some of the most recognizable wrestling magazines in history, where contestants go head-to-head and compete in wrestling knowledge to see who will go on to be the reigning champion. Now streaming on Twitch 2. Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on the Nation Network.
The darkness, you know who go the hardest. I roll out the red carpet, the 90s song and it belongs to us. The time has come, now raise them up. When we hit the streets, it's a main event, like we landed on the moon, nothing been the same since. Now let the limelight shine bright, we're in our prime, at the time of our life. We own the night, hear us screaming louder. Can you see the fire in our eyes? Come on, we own the night, walk among the giants in a den of lions. It's our time, that's right, we own the night.
All right, fans, we are back and we are ready for more action here on Impact Wrestling. As we welcome the X Division champion.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Weighing in at 178 pounds. The Impact Champion, Mike Bailey.
Mike Bailey, since taking the X Division championship, has really risen. His game has gone just right through the roof. He has brought himself to a new level, and we have all been the benefits of it. Indeed, he has put that title on the line a number of occasions. It is not on the line here tonight, however, which gives him a little bit of freedom to try out some new things, knowing that a loss is not going to cost him the championship. However, he's going up against another man who well indeed represents the X Division, and this ought to be a match that we can all take pride in before it's all said and done, as he gets ready to go one-on-one with one of the most dominating X Division superstars that you will ever come across. Rich Swann getting ready to make his way down the aisle and go one-on-one with the reigning champion. Well, Rich Swann, of course, a former champion in his own right. And he knows that in order to get back on that horse, you got to beat the guy who's got the belt right now. Something about to be the man, you got to beat the man. I've heard that before.
From Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 178 pounds, Richie.
Rich Swann making his way down the aisle right now. He's been a standout here in Impact Wrestling since joining the roster. Once again, I want to welcome everyone joining us here live on the Nation Network. Shout out to PFW in the house, as Rich Swann Perhaps trying to get in the head of Mike Bailey. I don't know how much luck you'll have with that.
Well, you never know. It doesn't hurt to try, I guess.
Bell Sounds action's underway in the middle of the ring, the two men, and look at this, right into the referee he goes. And during that distraction, Swan takes advantage and catches the champion with that hurricane head scissor. And now he didn't catch him flush, but he came off that middle rope with that inverted flip, and he connects enough to take Bailey down for a moment. Bailey coming right back up, however.
They say it's hard to keep a good man down, and I'll tell you right now, a lot of people have tried to keep Bailey down, and they have failed.
Mike Bailey now on the top rope. Rich Swann catches him and makes him pay the price. Did you see how quickly Rich Swann managed to get over to Bailey?
It's early in the match. They are still operating at a very high percentage right now, and when you want to go to that high-risk district, you better make sure your opponent's down and stay in there for a little bit.
Swann tried once again for that hurricane headlock, and it didn't happen this time as Speedball in control. Some stiff kicks to the head, and now from the top rope again. If it doesn't work the first time.
Swann again able to use that as a baiting in technique. Caught him with a nice German suplex, follows it up with a cover, and almost got him. Right now, I'd say Rich Swann has the advantage mentally in this match.
These two men definitely match up well. Another moonsault off the middle rope. Dangerously close, and we saw Rich Swann trying to get out of the way of the impact, but wasn't able to do it.
Bailey really relying on that top rope. Live by the sword, die by the sword, as they say, and so far it hasn't really worked out well for him in this match.
No, it hasn't, but historically it has, and I think that's one of the things he's relying on right now. Rich Swann head first into the turnbuckle. He sends the champion, and now going to work on the left leg as he drapes it over the middle rope.
Smart move right there by Rich Swann, because if you can take out one of the legs of Mike Bailey, that's going to take that aerial game away, and that is a lot of his offense.
Spinning kick to the head, and he might have knocked him cold with that one. Mike Bailey's in trouble.
Pulls him away from the ropes, but bought a lot of time for Bailey.
He covers and hooks the leg. Referee's there for the 2 count. And Speedball able to kick out before the hand comes down for 3. One more time, he goes to the top rope. Swann waiting on him to get up, and now he changes his game plan. And now all the way over the top rope and to the floor goes Rich Swann. Mike Bailey following him out there.
You know, we should make mention of the fact that these are two guys that really don't have a bone to grind with each other. But they are competitors, and look at this.
Nice move right there. He's got him in that capture clutch, but it's out on the floor. You're not going to get a win that way.
No, you're not, but you're going to wear your opponent down.
Bailey sent crashing into the guardrail as Rich Swann beats the count back in and now heads back out to ringside. The referee will start that count over again at 1. And again, using that steel guardrail to his advantage.
2.
Oh, the backstabber on the floor, and Mike Bailey is in trouble.
Yeah, Bailey's feeling it right now. A lot of damage being taken. Oh, he reversed that one. Did you hear the steel post?
The steel post made one hell of a sound, and that was caused by the head of Rich Swann, who was still dazed at ringside. Bailey tried to go back outside the ring here to continue the action. However, he got caught. That hurricane head scissor once again effective, at least momentarily. A lot of action taking place outside the ring, and again, that steel post. Feel like this one is starting to perhaps get a little bit more personal. We knew it was going to be a match. We weren't expecting it to be a brawl. No, this thing is definitely broken down into something totally different than any of us would have anticipated. Bayley now going to work on the arm as the referee's count reaches 5. Variation of the ultimate weapon right there by Bayley as he drives both knees into the lower back. Referee's count has made it to 7, and Bayley right back outside the ring, and the referee one more time will start it all over again. Tilt the whirl, head scissor, nicely done by Rich Swann. Gotta start wondering, are these guys ever gonna bring it back into the match, or the match back into the ring, I should say. Vicious knee strikes right now by Mike Bayley here on the floor. He's got Rich Swann up, and there again is that capture clutch. Variation of the Cobra clutch. Bayley is a well-schooled, traditional wrestler. He likes to go high flying. And to see this much of this match taking place here ringside, surprising the hell out of me. Swann wants him back in the ring finally, gets him code breaker. Rich Swann splits the uprights, and now what's he got in mind? He was looking at that top rope. Coming around with some roundhouse kicks and finally connects with one after missing a couple. Swann back up on the top rope. Will it be feast or famine? Tremendous corkscrew moonsault, and it connects with a champion. Shoulders are down, and he managed to get out of it. Rich Swann can't believe it. He's gonna go for it again. There it is. There's no way you're kicking out on 2 of them. Tremendous win for Rich Swann. Well, I'll tell you right now, that means to me that he has got to be punching that ticket for a title match for the X Division Championship. Oh, I'd love to see that, especially after this one. As we mentioned, as we take a look at the replay, what we expected in this match was not what we received. It was still a tremendous match, just completely different than the one we were expecting to get. Well, that was a most impressive outing for Rich Swann. For both men, really, but Swann with a major victory. Fans, stick around. Plenty of action to come, including the Tag Team Championship.
Your winner and new World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion.
Join us for Classic Calls, the live stream that captures the feel of the old days of professional wrestling. With the power of the classic board game Superstar Pro Wrestling, we bring the legends back to life as only we can.
Distracting the referee Valentine. Oh, low blow.
Names like Flair, Funk, Rhodes, Hogan, Snuka, Piper, and many others will rise to glory once again on the only channel that can contain the action, the Nation Network.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was an upset.
Look for it on Saturday evenings at 6:05 Eastern Standard Time.
The darkness, you know who go the hard.
All right, fans, this is what I've been waiting for.
The contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Baltimore, Maryland, weighing in at 301 pounds, Morse.
He is the former Impact World Heavyweight Champion. This is Moose. He and Steve Macklin have had a very interesting relationship over the last several weeks.
Well, depending who you want to listen to and who you want to believe, whether or not they even have a relationship, it seems like they've worked against Sami Callihan together. However, they don't seem like they like each other. Maybe it's just a matter of having a common foe.
Well, tonight there's no common foe other than one another.
From Rutherford, New Jersey, weighing in at 237 pounds.
Steve Macklin has put together some very impressive victories over recent weeks, and there's been some rumblings that it might be time for him to get a shot against Josh Alexander, who we will see later tonight in tag team competition.
Josh Alexander representing Impact Wrestling as its heavyweight champion. He's done a tremendous job of it, and I'll tell you what, a match between him and Macklin, I'd buy a ticket for that.
Once again, want to welcome everyone joining us here live on the Nation Network here tonight. Prime time in the house, as we prepare to make an impact here on the Nation Network. Bell sounds, action's underway, and here we go. These two men meet in the middle of the ring. Moose is one of the biggest and toughest that we have anywhere in the world of professional wrestling, much less the locker room here in Impact. Comes down with a big splash and goes for a cover early on. A little too close to the ropes, otherwise he might have gotten away with that. Look at this, deadlifting Macklin overhead.
Moose is showing the world why he is always a contender for the World Championship.
Went for the splash again, and this time Macklin gets out of the way, but already looking a little worse for the wear is Steve Macklin. Smart move right there as Macklin drops him face first into the canvas. Shades of Arn Anderson with that gourd buster effect. Nice overhead suplex, and now going for the cover. Again, too close to the ropes. That's a second time here early on in the match.
Well, Macklin is a very well-trained fighter, not just wrestling. This is a guy who served our country in the military. He knows about hand-to-hand combat. He's going to use that training to aid him right here in Impact Wrestling.
Another big splash by Moose, who again goes for the cover and fails to hook the leg. But Macklin looking like he is already gassed. Moose pulling back on the chin. Referee's asking Macklin if he wants to give it up.
Not only that, but did you see how he had that knee driven right into the small of the back?
Moose has him up with that suplex, and he is making him think about it before finally depositing him. And now driving the boots right into the chest and pulls him up off the canvas, does Moose. Once again goes for the cover, and Macklin shrugging that shoulder, and Moose just looks at him like, why are you bothering?
You see how he deadlifts this guy? And we're not talking about a small man in Steve Macklin, man. We're talking about a guy who's coming in around 245.
Did it again right there. Turns him over and drives him head first to the mat. Moose is having his way. There's a spear. Rolls over, hooks the leg, and gets two. I thought the match was over for sure.
Damn close.
Moose has been using that splash all night long, and again he deadlifts Macklin, pressing him overhead before depositing him. Collar and elbow tie up, sends him over the top rope down to the floor. And now turning the legs. He's got him in a figure four leg lock and turns it over. Macklin now ties him up.
Almost has a version of a clover leaf tied together with a variation of the Boston Crab all in one.
Moose managed to power out of it, but how much damage was done while he was in it? Knee to the midsection by Moose, and now follows up with a series of rights and a left, and dropping Macklin in the corner with that one. Moose goes for the splash again, this time Macklin not there. Can he use that to shift the momentum in this one? Macklin turning it's inside out and now pulling back on the arms.
Talk about a negative effect. That is going to stretch out the shoulders, the triceps, the biceps, the pecs, the whole thing.
Moose coming right back, though, with some more offense. And if you're Macklin, you got to be asking the question, what the heck do I got to do to put this guy down and keep him there at least for a little while? Moose again tries to get him back up to his feet. And got caught by Macklin, who drives him down with that gourd buster. Nice go behind Macklin. Release German suplex into the corner. Moose may have struck his head on the bottom turnbuckle. Referee's there for two and almost got three.
Damn close. Damn close.
Macklin relying on that gourd buster. He believes that obviously is giving him an advantage, and perhaps it is, because now we see him putting some offense together, and he hasn't had a chance to do much of that in this match. Moose has him hanging up in that air again. He's going to make him think about it.
Think about it a lot.
Before depositing him. And now Moose again goes over, but does not hook the leg. Will that matter? It does.
Big mistake right there. And a guy like Moose, I would expect him to know better.
Another spear, and that's right in the middle of the ring. Macklin is not going to be able to kick out of this one. And just like that, Moose puts the final nail in the coffin here tonight.
Well, as we take a look back, some unbelievable high-impact wrestling. That's what we saw in this match.
It's one of the things about Impact that makes us stand out from the crowd. We have so many different styles, so much variety. And this was a matter of two guys that were just big, bad monsters getting it on inside the ring. Moose with the most impressive victory here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Not sure we've heard the last of it, and I'd love to see these two guys go at it again. Fans, stick around. More action still to come, including the World Tag Team titles. They'll be on the line here tonight when we return.
You are invited to join us inside the Creator Studio, where we talk with some of your favorite artists from the world of professional wrestling. From your favorite game content creators.
You know, ever since these games have come out, one thing I've liked about them is just seeing all the random characters in the ring.
I'm a maintenance technician as trade, so like, really it's all just hobby.
Yeah, it takes time, hours. people just see the finished product and it's like, oh, you pump out stuff so quickly, but people don't realize. I mean, it's a balancing.
To authors and even in-ring talent and legends of the squared circle.
Bushwhacker here, and he's ready to do a little arm swinging and a lot of ass kicking.
And then it was weird because as I got older, I started doing Macho Man year after year, just different versions of Macho Man, because I started to look like him physically.
And to all your fans out in your nation, we love you, mate. The Bushwhackers love you, and hope to see you around them.
You can find them all right here on the Nation Network.
Whoa! Yay!
The darkness, you know who go the hardest. I roll out the red carpet, the 90s song and it belongs to us. The time has come, now raise them up. When we hit the streets, it's a main event, like we landed on the moon, nothing been the same since. Now let the limelight shine bright, we're in our prime at the time of our life.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Impact World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 445 pounds.
Well, we mentioned it earlier on this evening, Honor No More. They have not exactly made themselves welcome around here. If you want to talk about somebody who's coming here to fight, take a look at the Tag Team Champions.
At a combined weight of 476 pounds, they are the Impact World Tag Team Champions.
The Briscoe brothers, they dominated everywhere they've been. They are a household name if you're a Ring of Honor fan. They are now the Impact World Tag Team Champions, and they took very little time in acquiring those belts. They have held them now for several months against a number of challengers.
They've been going up against the Bullet Club for months. Now they've got Honor No More on their heels again. When you are on top of the mountain, you are the marked team, and right now these are the men with the biggest bullseyes on their backs. Referee holding up the championship titles. These two teams will be going to battle here momentarily. Anytime the championships are on the line, you know you're going to have one hell of a match. Taven now marching him around the ring. Briscoe going to work on him now. Hip toss, nicely done. Nobody home.
Briscoe smart right there. He baited him in, made him feel like he had enough of an advantage to get away with it. To find out the hard way, he didn't.
Picks him up. Oh, wow, what a spine buster right there. as Jay goes to work. Series of back and forehands. See Bennett trying to make the tag here from ringside, not happening. Another devastating spine buster. Matt Taven might want to make the tag. Back body drop. Oh my God, he got him up in the rafters with that one.
Yeah, Matt Taven's got to come up with a solution to this because he's in real bad shape.
Tag made, and now Mark Briscoe with a big roundhouse to the midsection. Series of kicks and another big shot. Has him up across the shoulders. Down with a neck breaker. And if Taven doesn't find a way to make the tag, this one might be over very quickly. Barely kicks out on two. This match was almost over just like that.
Yeah, I got to tell you, man, the Kingdom, these guys have been around. They are former World Tag Team Champions in their own right. And to see them being manhandled like this is just a little surprising.
Tag is made, and now here comes Mike Bennett back in, swinging a miss, nobody home. Bennett with a series of shots. Oh, and he follows up with that knee to the head. Might have knocked him out cold. Briscoe is on the receiving end of a ton of punishment right now. Captureplex overhead. And finally able to block a shot. And now Briscoe firing back with a barrage.
Briscoe doing everything he can now to turn the tide, and for the first time since Bennett's been in the ring, he's on defense.
Side suplex, nicely done right there, and he knows it. Briscoe back in control, at least for the moment. There's the Irish whip, into the turnbuckle he goes. Makes the tag. Jay back in, comes in with a roundhouse. Clubbing forearm across the back of the head. Bennett was trying to make the tag, not going to happen, as the champions have always done a tremendous job of cutting the ring in half, and they're doing it again here tonight. Jay in control of the match. In control of Bennett. In control perhaps. Oh, he got him with a cutter. Goes for the cover. Bennett's very close to the ropes, and he manages to grab hold. And now Jay Briscoe getting involved in the match, even though he's not tagged in. Here's the windup. Oh, and he got caught. Bennett fighting for his life right now.
Well, the tag team titles are on the line. There is no chance. But now to make it happen, you lose this one, you might not get another title match anytime soon.
One count and kicking out. You saw Jay back in the ring again just in case he was needed, but he could see his brother was kicking out of that one. Bennett comes over now and tags in the fresh man. Taven got caught. Cutter! And rolls over and covers with the leg. Gets one, gets two, and Taven able to come out the back door. That close to retaining the tag team championship. And look at this. Bennett begging him to make the tag, but he didn't know where he was.
That is about as real as it gets.
Jay Briscoe is in control. He's got Matt Taven right where he wants him. Can he put him away? Oh, it could be the J Driller. Here it is. Hooks the leg. He kicked out.
I don't believe it. You don't see too many people kicking out of that.
Matt Taven is in a world of trouble right now, and I don't know that he's going to be able to find a way back out of this. Belly to back suplex, and he holds on. The Impact World Tag Team Championship lies in the balance. Which of these two teams is going to take it home with them tonight? And now Taven thinks he's done enough damage, goes for the cover, and a 1 count, all you're gonna get. What a drop kick. Has him up and slams him down. And Jay makes the tag, and here comes Mark Briscoe into the match.
He is unloading on him with everything, including the kitchen sink.
Up across the shoulders. Oh, that devastating neck breaker right down across the knee. Trying to figure out how to make the tag. He knows he's got to get out of the ring. Oh, he caught him. There's one, and a save made by Bennett, or it would have been over. Monkey flip.
Taven calls himself the trend. Well, guess what? What's trending right now is and still tag team champions, unless he can find some sort of an answer for what's happening right now.
Raking away at the eyes. Referee completely blinded to it as the action taking place behind the official. Taven in trouble. Oh, he reversed out of it, dropping him on the back of his head. What a match we are seeing here tonight for the Impact Tag Team Championship.
Tilt-a-whirl, flatliner, and look at Taven.
Big mistake, and now he's gonna pay for it.
Briscoe going all backwoods on him right there. These are a couple of good old boys. They will get down and dirty with you, and that is exactly what's happening right now.
And let's keep in mind, Taven still hasn't got, well, now he's got a tag team partner. I was just going to say, Bennett's been on the floor for some time now, but he is finally back up on the apron. Perhaps he had suffered an injury, which would be detrimental right now, especially in a tag team title match. Tag is made. Bennett, the fresh man, in. He caught him from behind with that big forearm shot. He's put a lot of people away with that. All four men in the ring. We almost had new tag team champions. And now Jay is slammed. Up against the ropes. Bennett has him, and now using that rope for leverage as he goes to work on the right arm. He's trying to choke him out. He's got him caught. He got him. Just like that, Honor No More has dethroned the Briscoe brothers and become the new Impact World Tag Team Champions.
Wow, we knew it was going to be a history-making night, and it has been, but man, what we just saw.
Look back at some of the moments leading up to this. Right there looked like the Briscoes were going to retain. But instead, we've got new tag team champions, ladies and gentlemen. What an unbelievable match. We still have our main event to go. When we return, Josh Alexander, the Impact World Champion, in tag team action. Stay with us as we look at Honor No More.
Now streaming on the Nation Network, PWI Review and Relive, where along with a panel of experts, we take a deep dive into random issues of some of the most recognizable wrestling magazines in history, where contestants go head-to-head and compete in wrestling knowledge to see who will go on to be the reigning champion. Now streaming on Twitch 2. Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on the Nation Network.
The darkness, you know who go the hardest. I roll out the red carpet, the 90s song and it belongs to us. The time has come, now raise them up. When we hit the streets, it's a main event like we landed on the moon. Nothing been the same since. Now let the limelight shine bright. We're in our prime at the time of our life. We own the night. Hear us screaming louder. Can you see the fire in our eyes? Come on. We own the night. Walk among the giants in a tent of lions. It's our time. That's right. We own the night. We own the night. We own the night. Living to the fullest like we dodging bullets on racing, car chasing, amazing. We everywhere, doing everything. Don't blink, you don't wanna miss a thing. Let's go. Living to the fullest like we dodging bullets on racing, car chasing, amazing. We everywhere, doing everything. Don't blink, you don't wanna miss a thing. Hear us screaming louder. Can you see the fire in our eyes?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall on the way to the ring at a combined weight of 511 pounds.
We are looking at the major players. Brian Myers, Matt Cardona back from injury.
Well, Cardona going into the tag team matchup here. Probably a smart move. You're coming back from a really major injury there. Tearing a bicep is not something that you want to play around with. Being in a tag team match means you don't have to go full blast right off the bat. You get kind of in there, work it out a little bit, see how it's doing.
And here comes their opponents.
And their opponents first, from Toledo, Ohio, weighing in at 173 pounds, Troy Michelle.
Trey Miguel making his way down the aisle. He's a man who has held that X Division championship that we saw earlier tonight. More than capable of putting anyone down for the 3 count. And tonight, he's going to be teaming up with the most dominating force we have right now in Impact Wrestling. He's our World Heavyweight Champion, Josh Alexander.
It's a very interesting teaming. When I heard about it, I was very much looking forward to it. You got Josh Alexander, who is a grappler's grappler. He is one of the best at what he does. And then you've got right here, you're looking at Trey Miguel. This guy's a dynamo in the ring.
Once again, welcome everybody aboard joining us here on the Nation Network. Shout out to the Ancient Clown in the house as we take a look at our Impact World Champion.
From Canada, weighing in at 262 pounds, the Impact World Champion, Josh Alexander.
Josh Alexander has been a fighting champion. Take nothing away from this man. He puts that title on the line more often than most would.
Well, he's made it clear he wants the very best. He wants to prove that he is the best, and he knows the only way to do that is to get in the ring with the best that there is out there to offer. We have an open door policy here in Impact Wrestling. Everyone's aware of it. We will work with anybody. You have somebody that wants to step up to our champion, bring him on.
Yeah, even with an open door, though, I don't see a lot of people knocking.
All right, let's get this one underway. This is our main event. Thanks once again for everyone joining us here live on the Nation Network for Impact Wrestling. Quick programming note to let you know that we are now on many occasions cross-streaming on Twitch as well. And in the very near future, we are going to be introducing a very special program that'll be exclusive to Twitch, which is the Backstage Pass. If you've ever wondered what goes into making one of these live streams, you'll be able to switch over to Twitch at the same time, and you'll be able to see everything going on behind the scenes.
It's going to be very entertaining, no doubt about it.
Trey Miguel now getting Myers back up on his feet. Heads over to the corner and head first into the turnbuckle he goes. Thought he might have made the tag there to Josh Alexander, but apparently not yet. Ties him up in the tree of woe, and look at that. Nice move by Myers to get out of there.
Well, Trey Miguel is a talented in-ring performer, but he's given up a lot of size and weight against both of these opponents.
Smart tag was made right there before too much damage was done, and now the champion in the ring, Josh Alexander, just hurling Myers across the ring. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg. It's early on in the match, however, and he only gets the 1 count. Shoulder tackle, nicely done right there. Gut wrench suplex takes him all the way over.
You know, we spoke earlier on about the fact that Cardona has chosen a tag team match to get the ball rolling again, and this is the first time he's been in the match thus far. So again, it's given him a lot of time to rest and to pace himself. We'll see how much time he spends in the ring right now.
Also want to keep an eye on that right arm and make sure that doesn't show any signs as he drives that knee into the midsection of the champion. Of course, no titles are on the line here in this one.
No titles are on the line, but let's think about something right now. Matt Cardona, before the injury, was walking around with a lot of hardware. And he had to turn all of that stuff over when he realized he was going to be out as long as he was. If he can pin the world champion, even in a tag team match, be hard-pressed to believe he's not going to get in there and have a chance at it.
Quick tag made, and I think that was a very good sign right there for Cardona that the injury may be a thing of the past, and it'll help get his confidence up as well as time goes by. And he does more and more with that arm. In the meantime, Brian Myers, the fresh man of the team in the ring for the major players. Good block as he throws that champion over the top rope and all the way to the floor, and he is in the wrong part of town. Fans, we remind you this Saturday, 6:05 p.m. You can join us both here on YouTube and Twitch simultaneously. The Superstar Pro Wrestling game back with NWA television programming. 6:05 Eastern Standard Time this Saturday. Referee's count has reached 5 as Myers back through the ropes. Caught him with a spear and goes for the cover. Josh Alexander was just stunned.
Yeah, with everything we've mentioned, one thing we have not mentioned is there was one man in this match on each team that walked in with a belt around his waist or over his shoulder. Myers, a digital champion.
That was a title that Cardona held prior to the injury. He bestowed it upon his longtime friend, who managed to hang on to it one way or another. And there's the ankle lock. This match is over. Referee is right there to ask Brian Myers if he wants to give it up. Cardona gets involved now.
It would have been over if Cardona hadn't come in, I believe.
And Myers with a chop shot to the leg. Nicely done.
Well, just remember, if that was the NFL, that'd be like a 20-yard penalty, but it's pro wrestling, completely legal. As Trey Miguel just now getting back up onto the apron, trying to make the tag.
And Alexander finally finds that outstretched hand of Trey Miguel and tags him in, and we see that there's some damage done. The champion is bleeding from the head over the left eye. Cardona not even paying attention to Trey Miguel right now. He's got a chance to do more damage to the champion, and he does. Trey Miguel takes advantage of the distracted Matt Cardona, dropping him with a DDT. He wants him on his feet. He's on the top rope. Hurricane Rana off the top rope. And another tag made as Alexander comes right back in.
Might be a little early to get him back in, but he hits a beautiful belly-to-belly suplex. Matt Cardona's down in the corner for 2.
Cardona very far away from his tag team partner. Goes to the eyes, and the champion is down. And now Matt Cardona, oh, he got it turned around, and now the top mount position goes to Josh Alexander, and he's fired up. Into the turnbuckle he goes, and now Cardona stretching out that arm of the champion around the top rope for added leverage. Josh Alexander was lighting him up with the chops. And now has him in the corner. What's he going to do with him? Irish whip to the ropes, back out front. Oh, the tornado forearm to the head. Tag made. Trey Miguel, the legal man in the ring. Cardona is dazed after that shot. Brain buster. Welcome back to Impact. Shoulders are down, and Cardona kicks out on 2. Trey Miguel now one more time up to the top rope. He can sense it. Frog splash, oh my word, he connected with that one.
He drove the life out of Matt Cardona. Now springboard, lion salt. Trey Miguel has taken over.
And he went to the well one time too many. Cardona's got him in trouble here with a neck breaker. Matt Cardona looking to make him pay the price for what he just did. There's the tag made. And now Myers back in. Dropped on the point of his head with that DDT. Brian Myers in trouble, and here comes the world champion to meet him. Neck breaker.
Cardona watching on from the apron very closely, but I don't know what's going to happen here. Myers in trouble. Oh, he caught him.
Small package rolls him up. Will that be enough? Yes! The major players with a major upset.
The Digital World Champion just pinned the World Champion.
As we take a look back, ladies and gentlemen, at some of the moments leading to the end of this one. What a tide turner it was. All the momentum was in the corner of Josh Alexander and Trey Miguel.
Well, it was until.
Your winners, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again next time for more Impact Wrestling.